Hey, how's it going, everyone? Justin again, as always. Thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. And you've run into a situation that you're having a hard time getting out of in automotive. Are you trying to remove an oil drain plug? Found that somebody chewed it off real bad using a pair of vice grips or channel locks? Found a broken exhaust stud? Found a broken intake bolt? You might want to continue watching because I've got 3 really cool extractor sets that I want to share with you. Stay tuned. Alright, so here in front of me I got 3 different style of extractor sets, and you might be wondering why, but each set actually holds its own value, its own independent value. We have some short bolt or nut extractor set here. This is made by Irwin. In fact, I think Irwin makes all of these, and that these 2 Matco toolkits might actually be rebranded. They might. I don't know. You guys will tell me in the description, I'm sure. So, if you're changing oil and you get an oil drain plug that looks like it's all chewed off and you need to be able to extract it, this comes with both SAE and metric. It covers both. And it gives you the full set. Here, let me turn this around so you guys can see the different sizes that it comes with. Looks like 5/8 and 16 mil, 9/16 and 14 mil, ½ inch, 13 mil, 7/16, 11 millimeter. Gotta love Ford, right? And 3/8 and 10 millimeters. So that's what it covers there. And if you find yourself in a position where a 3/8 extension or a ratchet just will not work for you because there's not enough room between, let's say, the frame and the oil drain plug or something like that, you can absolutely grab yourself a 19 millimeter wrench or 3/4 inch combination wrench, slide it over the top, use the open end if you need to or whatever, and you can still work that on there. What I recommend doing, though, if it is an oil drain plug and it is all kind of like chewed up all to heck, all you gotta do is make sure you have enough room to try to tap on that with a hammer or something. If you have enough room to tap it on with a hammer, you're gonna get a much better bite. And then you take the wrench and crack her on loose. No big deal. Love this kit. Pick this one up from O'Reilly's. No part number there for you, but picked it up from O'Reilly's. Slick deal. I think it came in at like 25 bucks or something like that. All right, moving on to exhaust studs or intake studs that have a nut at the end and threads all the way up to the top. You're going to need a deeper set of something like this. So what do I got here? This is a Matco set right here that I picked up. And I bought this because I hadn't seen anything like this over at O'Reilly's. There's the part number there for you. And you guys know I love my Matco tools, right? All right, I think that's a given by now. But at any rate, we'll grab one here. This is a, let me see what size this is. This is ½ inch, okay? So if you find yourself in a position where you need ½ inch or 13 millimeter, this is the deep socket for that to get over that stud bolt and get on what you need to get on, whether it's an exhaust stud, which Chrysler, we're notorious for having exhaust studs break off on the exhaust manifolds, right? But if you can't get a ratchet on it, you can use a 16 millimeter wrench, and same exact concept. You can crack it loose that way or throw the box end portion on there. Same exact concept as the shorter ones, just different size wrench, of course. But they're shaped and designed the same exact way, but they're in a deeper portion. So you got more of a deeper impact on that to get over those threads, to get down to that nut that's all chewed off. Maybe the last tech that worked on it rounded the heck out of that fastener and you can't get it off. These are going to save your butt big time, believe me. All right, so now let's say you're doing a brake job and you got a brake caliper bolt that's snapped off because somebody didn't tighten it up very much, which I ran into, and I've used this kit specifically for that, which is why I'm using it for an example. But we had to use one of these, had to chap a small hole and thread in one of these style of extractors. Here's the part number there for you. It is Matco, but I believe, like I said, Irwin sells a set similar to this as well. You can get it from the Cornwall truck. You can also get it off of Amazon. For my online shoppers, you can buy these kits from Amazon. Just make sure you type it in there. Hexagonal head, multi-spline, screw extractor set. You should be able to pick one up for that. But how this works is quite similar to these, but you're using one that threads into a hole. So how does that work? Well, you got to create the hole, so you got to drill it out. Whether you're using a left-handed drill bit, a right-handed drill bit, really doesn't matter. But once you get that going, you can thread this in, like you're going to back it out. And if it gets stuck and it's in that position where you can't fit a socket and a ratchet on it, you can grab a 13mm combination wrench and same exact concept, slip one box end or open end over it, and then start working it out. Make sure you spray some kind of PB blaster, WD-40, or some kind of lubricant in there, because once you get this started, you're gonna want as much movement as possible. Now, I've even had to go to the extent of where I've had to use the blue wrench. We all know about the blue wrench, right? Well, in case you haven't heard of the blue wrench, it's not a moderator, okay? It is, in fact, a torch that you heat that fastener up, or you heat that brake caliper assembly up. You want to try to get those metals loose. You want to try to work that penetrating oil into the threads, try to get that rust broken loose so you have an easier time extracting it and you're not breaking off an extractor, because you break one of these off in there, and believe me guys, you're going to be going through some drill bits, or at least you're going to be drilling for quite some time before you get this taken out. So be careful of what you're doing. Use lubricant, use some kind of penetrating oil, and if you have to, use a blue wrench and just torch the heck out of it until you get that lubricant put into those threads so you can free up that rust for my East Coasters out there. So these are the 3 kits that I recommend you guys get at some point. It's not necessarily to buy it when you're a novice or a newbie. Maybe you're a lube tech and you just want this one set, 25 bucks over at O'Reilly's. Not a bad set. As a lube tech, I strongly recommend this set. If you're doing light duty work in the engine bay or doing exhaust manifolds, then I definitely recommend that you get this set as well. If you're also doing brake jobs and things like that, you may consider getting a set like this. These extractors will save your butt big time, believe me. Alright guys, so that'll pretty much wrap up today's video for extractors, covering extractors and different types of extractors that are out there. Again, you can shop on Amazon, you can check out eBay, all these other guys that sell things online. You know, maybe you're on Let Go, or you're on a Facebook app checking out desert vlogs, I don't know. But there are plenty of people that are selling kits just like this that you can get your hands on. If you can get your hands on these kits for cheaper than I've paid, then absolutely go ahead and do it. Don't worry about what I paid necessarily for these kits. What I do with my money is my own business. But I'm telling you from a personal standpoint, as an automotive mechanic, that I absolutely cannot think of anything better that I'd like to have in my toolbox than something to help me extract a fastener. Because when you're in a pinch and those flank drive wrenches are not helping, you're gonna want a kit or some kind of extractor like this to get you out of that bind. That's all I got for this video, guys. Cheers to those of you that have your beers, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your work week. We'll see you guys next time.